Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is quite an interesting looking Sunday. It seemed that we just weren't going to have the volume to do anything, and now things are starting to pick up. So, are we getting ready for kind of a Lambo Monday? Actually, even maybe some seriously nice price action here on Sunday. Things are just starting to pick up. So, I wanted to hop on and make some things happen. So, here we go. BitcoinDailyView.com got more for you there. And as always, Bitcoin truth seekers, welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is February 26th. 2023. It's 11:47 a.m. here in the Arizona desert on this beautiful Sunday. It's actually, I mean, dark skies, biblical looking, and some big raindrops. We're getting rain here in the desert. So it's even raining here in the Sonoran Desert. All right. BitcoinDelivery.com got more for you there. Looking at the crypto universe in squares. It's kind of green this morning. Wasn't earlier, but now kind of green. OKB, whatever that coin is actually doing something. Oh, and actually, let's look at that before we check out of here. Oh, darn it. Find a pen that works here. OKB is rocking. GRT just will not stop. And who else? Neo doing well after a while. We're going to look at Sticks. And we got some, Clay. We already have Clay up. Anyway, definitely some coins making some price action today. It's nice to see. Now, looking at Bitcoin and yes, that's right, ad blocker is enabled. Looking at Bitcoin trading volume explicitly here this Sunday, it's 5.8 billion. Very low, but not really wrong for a Sunday. Looking at the longs versus shorts, kind of duking it out. Pretty quiet day. No great big amount of longs or shorts getting wrecked today. Though just recently on the 15-minute chart, we did see 2 bars of wrecked shorts because Bitcoin is actually getting a little bit perky. And you could sort of see the alts perking up beforehand, that you could almost say predicted that. Oftentimes Bitcoin picks up, alts pick up, or alts pick up, Bitcoin picks up, Still, 7-day graph here on the far right side, you can see most of the major exchanges have had declining volume this weekend so far. Looking at Binance, 10 billion in spot trading volume. That's not very much. So in general, looking at the top 20 exchanges, most in the red, probably rather well in the red as far as trading volume for spot. That's 24 hours. So there you go. Pretty darn low volume and decreasing. Binance, 26 billion for derivatives. That's 11% down. It's 24 hours. Really, that isn't that bad for a Sunday. The market isn't really awful. It's just not exactly really pushing a whole lot of volume right now. Yet we're seeing some price action start on Bitcoin. And some alts have definitely been pushing before Bitcoin just started recently. So Lido Dow, whatever that is, we're looking at Bitcoin here in the top 100. Bitcoin coming in at 23,378. Lido Dow LDO up 10%. That one, LDO, was up. LDO. Let's note that one real quick. Anyway, too many are doing good to really even begin to figure out, to look at them all. Whatever DeFigram is, DFG, it's up like 1,000%. I think that's not correct. I tried to actually find DFG on TradingView and I didn't. So anyway, DFG seems to be I wonder what that is actually. Let's look at real quick coin market cap. Is DFG even real? And what is this thing? Here it shows up 131%. Okay, I think that 123%, that kind of makes sense. But what exchanges are you on? Markets. Oh, so it's on, well, basically extreme shitcoin exchanges. And that's fine. It's up. If you're on it, well, amen. I'm glad you did well. How about Dexes? What Dexes is it on? None. Anyway, interesting coin pumping today. Really kind of messing up the live Bitcoin charts here. Thinks it's up way more than it is. But anyway, we're seeing green stuff happening today. Looking at longs versus short sentiment, I will say this weekend it has so far been a long sentiment overall for Bitcoin. So right now on Binance, long sentiment is 67%, short sentiment is 32%. So 67 versus 32, definitely a long sentiment, and there has been all weekend. For Ethereum, 63% long, 36% short. So there you go. Looking at Bitcoin right now, this is a 4-hour chart. You can kind of see there is what I see here is one of these things where it's just kind of dancing up and down. There's kind of some support and resistance. It's just kind of playing around there. going sideways. Definitely got below the moving average in the 4-hour chart not long ago, pumped up, got back to sideways, went back to that kind of sideways support that it's sort of been, riding on. And if we note here on the squeeze indicator for the 4-hour chart, boom, look at that. We got our first burgundy candle. That's nice. It's beginning to go in the right direction. And also, if we look here, you can see the directional index is beginning to trend towards the positive. Although no massive volume coming in yet, still, it's making a bit of a move. That's a 4-hour chart. It's making a bit of a move off that support. I can take it. I do think the squeeze indicator is very, very good stuff. And as you can see, we pumped. We gave some back. Now maybe it's time to start pumping again. What if we even saw a move back to a previous high? That would be something. Although if we do break above that, I will be watching this thing here. Bitcoin, is it going to break above horizontal, right? This like previous recent high? If it did, that would mean that's when really I'd start getting excited. But if we, from where we are, if it was going to break that high, in a hurry, that would be like almost like 7% to get to that recent high. Could do it. Let's see what happens. I'm watching for it to break that high of around what's that at? Oh, sorry about that. That recent high would be right at, what are we gonna break? We got to get above like 25,000, basically 25,100, and we're getting above that recent high. Then I think Bitcoin, especially if the indicator's looking good here on the 4-hour chart, might really start to make some moves. We'll see how it rolls going into Monday. Looking at a 45-minute chart for very immediate price action, you can definitely see here's a big deal. Bitcoin is making some nice moves. Got some purple candles by Sam. Let's just search for Sam over at bitcoindaily.com. You can find the indicator, or just search your candles by Sam. Purple means bodies are lined up in a row. That's pretty good. They're usually very, very bullish signals. So here we got some bullish action here, some bullish action right now. We're below the 200 moving average on a 45-minute chart. If we can break above that, that will be, to me, very, 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 very positive. And the 200 moving average is right around 23,872. So if we can get back to like 20, basically, 23, that's a bit much to pump, but still, it certainly could do it. So say if we hit a 24,000, yeah, I'm sorry, like a 24,000 Bitcoin, 24,000 Bitcoin would do well. 24,000. Then of course, right above that, you've got 24,079. That's the 314 moving average. So I could see kind of coming up here, getting in between these a little bit, and then bouncing, going sideways, or maybe we just break right through them. We'll see what happens. We have to work on those previous highs, and they're a bit of a ways up there, but definitely you've got to break these previous highs, I think, to really start getting happy. And those previous highs are around 25,000. So we'll see what happens. Let's see how we push into Monday. Indicators on the 45-minute chart definitely turning up. Have the hourly chart pushing really well, looking good. Indicators looking good, seeing some volume coming in there. Then once again on the 4-hour chart, definitely seeing some friskiness. And I love it here on the 4-hour chart that we are making a nice strong bounce off that 4-hour 200 moving average, and squeeze indicator and directional index are looking good. I'm waiting for some volume to show here on the 4-hour chart, but in general, let's see what happens. This is a logical bounce spot. I'll take it. It definitely could set up for a nice price action Monday. Get Bitcoin a little bit healthy, get it above the 200 moving average on the hourly and the 45-minute chart, and I think we're looking at something really sweet. All right, now looking at STK. As you can see, this guy here rode the 200 moving average a little while this weekend. It's a 45-minute chart, and now it's beginning to take off. A little push there. I like it. Looks like the squeeze indicator is just beginning to go kind of sideways with one of the candles. So I think this guy is just getting ready to take off, most likely. Clay is another one that I like what I'm seeing here. Clay, definitely. This thing here, I've been watching this one for a while. You can kind of tell in the charts here. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. I like Clay versus USDT. It had this nice upwards channel it was riding for a while. Kind of broke out of that, been sideways. Kind of had this resistance it couldn't quite get over. Made a break above, retested, pumped, and now it looks like maybe it wants to push again. This is a 4-hour chart. Squeeze indicator is beginning to look good. Directional index is it is in the green. ADX needs to pick up. See a little volume spurt there. if I was to do like a Fibonacci sequence, like right about here, let's just go for it right about there. Fibonacci sequence, let's do it like that. You're almost seeing kind of like a .5 bounce, and now it's getting above the 382. So this is a nice thing. I like what I'm seeing. I think really honestly, STX and Clay are well, I'm not going to, not financial advice, but these if Bitcoin stays healthy, these definitely might be good trades. You know, they'll probably make more percent than Bitcoin. So with that said, let's look at some alts real quick. You know, OKB, whatever it is, versus USDT. Now it's over on Gate.io and Polynex. You know, I could look at OKB. You know, woo, took a. It's nice. It you know, it's up. Like I say, it's kind of fighting what a lot of things are fighting right now. A lot of alts, a lot of stuff. It needs to get above a right now it's probably getting it's trying to get above that. It needs to get above, you know, this high. But still, it's setting up really nice. I mean, this is looking good. Indicators are looking good. Just watch for these key levels it needs to get over. And, you know, OKB versus USDT is definitely kind of an interesting looking coin. GRT versus USDT, Binance and KuCoin. I'll look at it on KuCoin. It's still below the 200 on the 45-minute chart. How about the hourly? Yeah, nice indicators. This thing is definitely picking up. Just realize that, you know, it's got to get above that 200 moving average on the hourly and the 45-minute chart, and just watch. It's gonna find resistance on these previous highs here. So a lot of alts are looking like this, but once they start running, they definitely could. Watch for those coins look interesting. Put that, you know, especially for immediate price action, get that 45-minute 200 moving average cross in as an alert. And I think when that happens, it's definitely time to evaluate it, because things like GRT here, if it bursts above both the 314, the 200 comes back, tests and keeps going, definitely, you know, it's got a lot of room to go there if it gets in the right mood. Neo is back in the Neo's been making it happen recently. Look at it on Binance. It ran up, of course, like crazy recently. Lost to 200 here in the 45. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. Just get a little bit better, you know, view here. Yeah, you know, Neo was insane. Nice thing is Neo is actually still above the 200 moving average in a 4-hour chart, looking good. Is it beginning to turn up, getting some volume, a little bit of green there in the directional index. I like that. Squeeze indicator hasn't rolled over yet, but, you know, Neo is kind of one to watch. Positive fib like right about here. Where'd this thing bounce? Look at that perfect 618 bounce. Just got above the 5. I'm going to watch this 4-hour squeeze indicator to turn around, to start turning positive, and the ADX get above to 25, and the directional index to stay in the green, and some volume to continue. Definitely this thing could get back to its recent high again. And let's look at a 45-minute chart for very immediate price action. Yeah, see a big battle right now in the 45-minute chart. Put that alert in to get above the 200 moving average, and I think that's going to be a big deal when it breaks that 45-minute chart. Looking good, already beginning to roll over, give a little bit back. It might do a .5 fib level bounce, then continue. Note that the 200 moving average is right there in the 382 at a 12.85. I'm sorry, yeah, the 314. The 200 moving average is right on the Fibonacci .382 at like 12.85. So you can kind of see where it may range a little while between the 200 and the 314. Definitely could happen. We're going to give a little bit back, lose some momentum here in the 45-minute chart. Just one to watch. Definitely if we get a .5 bounce, find some support there and keep going. Definitely if we break that 200 moving average, we could definitely start moving up again, get above that 382. It's all about really, though, you know, is it going to find resistance there? You know, at previous highs, maybe so, but just one to watch. If this thing gets powerful, definitely could be one that cruises into the following week. The 4-hour chart, you can see this guy is just starting. Neo versus USDT is just starting to rev up, so definitely could see, you know, a beautiful rocket ship to Pluto to ride there. And then LDO, whatever it is, versus USDT, it's on Binance and KuCoin. I'll look on KuCoin here for it. Yeah, LDO versus USDT 4-hour chart. I like what I'm seeing here. This is just, you know, glorious. Honestly, if we look at this guy, do note that the squeeze indicator is getting ready to roll over towards the green. Directional index is in the right place. ADX is a little low at like 14. Let it get to about 20 or so. See what starts shaking. Nice 4-hour chart. I mean, obviously you can see that we've had a upwards channel for a while rolling here. I'll put it right there. I like it. So it's moving up. She's LDO versus USDT here on the 4-hour chart. No reason this guy probably will not just continue. All about, just place your bets, as they say. It will probably continue up this channel. Looks like it's getting ready to continue moving. It's all about, really, is it going to visit the top of this channel first and then bounce, or are we going to bounce here at the mid-range? Just keep an eye on it. This is really kind of a slick one. If I was to get in on this one, honestly, I would probably get in. Like, this is a little bit crazy, but I'd probably, even though usually I want to have a stop, this is, I mean, trade at your own risk, I guess you could say. But for me, in my crazy, methodology, that is a long position, I'd probably get in right about just here, and see if it can, put a stop in. It's either going to run to the top of that channel or not. And that's why I think I'll probably just watch this one, because more than likely, I have a sneaking suspicion that it's probably going to move something like this, and either move up or kind of just it could maybe just come back down, make a move. But I really would like this thing to do. My like perfect buy on this one, what would sort of be exciting to me to actually buy, would be, we're getting some pretty strong momentum on this 4-hour chart moving up. But if this guy could do this for us, kind of go up, come down, and then you get that that long position right there, bam, and get your trailing take profit right at that mid-range of the channel, make it a tight stop. It's still going to bounce or it's not, and that's kind of a 23 to 1. You know what I mean? That's either going to bounce or not. And if it doesn't bounce, just get out. But this is a strong one to watch for a possible bounce. I like what I'm seeing there, so I'm going to keep an eye on that one. Anyway, that's it. It's Sunday. No news, no crap, no whatever. It's just Sunday. We'll see what happens. I thought I'd share this with everybody if you are so inclined. This is my other podcast, Radiant Creators. I did a geopolitical Ukraine deep dive with Joseph Farrell, an amazing scholar. This guy's written like 40 books plus. Amazing. I'll just share that out there in the live chat. If people are interested, check it out. It was about an hour and 34 minutes, and we really, really did a deep dive that you really only can with an historian on basically Ukraine, Russia, etc., and also the U.S. relations. It was just one great, big, wonderful bit of wisdom from Dr. Farrell there. I read a few of his books. I got him. He's amazing. It's always great to get him on the show and chat about things, and I really think this may, if you are so inclined, if you want a deep dive on, Russia, Ukraine, and some other fun stuff, this was it. It was good stuff. Good stuff. So with that said, that's it, Bitcoin True Secrets. I'm glad you're stacking sats. I do believe that for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, it is basically a statement. It is like, maybe like, ultimately, we've had gold-backed currencies forever. And now we have kind of doing the fiat thing, which is kind of sort of falling apart in the world right now, going through a kind of a declining cycle, I think. But maybe something new is happening, and that we actually have like Bitcoin that maybe, if it really has a foundation, if it's really backed by something, I think it might truly be optimism, in humanity having an amazing sci-fi future that is really, really worthwhile. So thank you for the optimism. Thanks for being a Bitcoin True Seeker. Thanks for being part of the first global peaceful revolution ever. And I do think Bitcoin definitely plays a part in that. And if you got a sat, well, I think you've nailed your colors to the mast, and you believe in a beautiful future. So take care, and I'll see you guys Monday.